Assalamualaikum and good morning to our lecturer Dr. Farah. Today we from Group 6 would like to present about the management trends and issues especially during the Covid-19 pandemic. Our group will make a kindergarten company. Our name kindergarten is Kindergarten Mindaku. We will present first is me Nur Ashifa, second Muhammad Diyar Rahman Kamat, third Nurul Hidayah Muhammad Jalani and lastly Tengku Azrul Hamdi. A brief introduction to Kindergarten Mindaku is one of the early childhood education center in Negeri Sembilan. We provide a kindergarten category learning service for children 4 years to 6 years old. For child care center, it is special for children and baby aged 5 months to 4 years. Kindergarten Mindaku also has 4 branches in Negeri Sembilan. The main centers are at Taman Datuk Shah Apangan for nurseries and kindergartens. And for other branch, Taman Desa Manggis Sekamat, Akasia Sekamat, and for new outlet in Bandar Prima Senawang. Mindaku business owner is Puan Haja Nursita. So, Mindaku try to achieve the objective of Tadika and Taska Mindaku to produce excellent, glorious, distinguished human capital in the country towards the vision as a developed country in the future. In order to realize the objective, we focus on specific target group or segments, children aged between 1 to 6 years. These children are children of government and private agency employees. The objective must be clear to students. They all must know what they are learning and why they are doing it. They also need to see the point of the objective in the bigger picture. This is how they are relate to the last lesson learning. The course they are following and the big overall goal. This means that you can simply write the objective on the board and hope that the students copy them down. It implies that you have fully explained them in context. The students have engaged with them and can explain them to any observer. The objective and outcomes must be different for the individual student. Or the learners should be able to see where they are and what they need to do to get to the next level. We develop a unique combination. Teaching method we use like encourage imagination, increase creativity, engage in game, constructive interaction and movement when learning. With this method can enhance communication, easily remember and affect the development of attitude and values. The vision is first, forming children to become members of the intellectual community. Second, fertilize children in all aspects of development. Third, master basic skill and cultivate a positive attitude in preparation for the future. And for the mission is first, nurturing children to excel academically and are proficient in Bahasa Melayu and English. Second, highlighting children's talent and abilities through holistically balanced development. And lastly, instilling positive value in children. For management team, Tadika Mindaku are responsible for quality of teaching and learning. For them to improve the quality of teaching and learning effectively and efficiently, they should be able to manage their roles and functioning successfully. Teachers also will be trained inducted in their roles and functioning. They are responsible for daily management of activity in the school. Dewas of Organization Structure Mindaku. The owner Mindaku is Puan Haja Nursita. For administrative is Puan Aina Amira. For academic affairs is Puan Sahriza. Also for financial affairs is Puan Nur Fazila and other staff in the babysitting, kitchen and out of class areas.
Hai, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Diyar Rahman bin Kamat. My ID number is 2021373383. Okay, today I will present the company biggest challenge in the current era. For my kindergarten Mindaku, the first is the kids. That means managing a room full of young children can be delightful, but it can also be hard and can drain a lot of your energy. Sometimes the kids' mood may be okay, and sometimes maybe not. That's why we will need to understand the mood of the kids, the character of the kids, and other else. Okay, second is the parents. Each and every day, we will have to deal with parents, some of whom may be quite demanding. This means each parent must be love their kids, their sons. It must be perfect for their sons. That means this is for our responsible to take care of their sons. That means we need to manage their kids, and we consider with the parents also. We need to discuss. Okay, the number 3 is paperwork. On top of keeping an eye on children and managing a relationship with parents, we will also have piles of paperwork to handle on daily basis. Some of example of it is first, attendance, record of children activities, lesson planning, meal planning, and other else. The number 4 is lack of recognition. In reality, we play a huge role during the most important time of children's life. It means 90% of children's brain development happen by age 5. That means this time the kids is faster to brains. That is happen development about the brain by age 5. Okay, the next is ethical issue that my Kindergarten Mindaku face is first, unethical leadership. Having a personal issue with our boss is one thing, but reporting to a person who is behaving unethically is another. This may come in an abuse form. Number 2 is toxic workplace culture. Leaders who think nothing of taking bribes, manipulating figure and data, or pressuring employees or business associates for favors, it means whether they be personal or financial, will think nothing of disrespecting and bullying their employees. Number 3 is discrimination and harassment. When discrimination and harassment of employee based on race, ethnicity, gender, disability, or age occurs, not only has an ethical line been crossed, but a legal one as well. Number 4 is unrealistic and conflicting goals. Unrealistic objects can spur leaders to put undue pressure on their employees. An employee may be considering cutting corner or breaching ethical or legal guidelines to obtain them. And the lastly is number 5 is questionable use of company technology. This may feel like a minor blip in the grand scheme of work ethic. The improper use of internet and company technology is a huge cost for organization in lost time, worker productivity, and company dollars. That's all for me. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Nurul Hidayah binti Muhammad Jalani, ID number 2021518891. Today, I want to present about efforts taken by leadership in the organisation Kindergarten Mindaku to deal with challenges that arise because of COVID-19 pandemic. First and foremost, school leadership practice have changed considerably and maybe irreversibly because of COVID-19. As a result of the pandemic, school leadership has shifted on its axis and is unlikely to return to normal anytime soon, if ever at all. The principle of good leadership are a constant example, having a clear vision, developing others, managing people, and building capacity. The evidence also points toward the importance of context-responsive leadership, implying in school leadership practice because of COVID-19. School leadership practice have changed considerably because of COVID-19 pandemic. Next, most school leadership preparation and training program prior to COVID-19 are likely to be out of step with the challenges facing school leaders today. In many cases, the existing preparation and training programs, along with the models of leadership they expose, will require a radical rethink and significant modification to remain relevant for aspiring and practicing school leaders. It will be a mistake to simply reconfigure or rebadge what was relevant before COVID-19, as much of this training and development may no longer fit for purpose. New program will be required that fully and adequately encompass the leadership skills, practice, and action suited to the current and potentially ongoing COVID-19 situation. Besides that, self-care and consideration must be the main priority and prime concern for school leaders. Leading a school through the change and challenges that accompany COVID-19 and post-COVID-19 will require school leaders who put their own health and well-being first, so that they will be able to help others. Increasingly, school leaders are managing the emotional responses of others to this crisis, including anxiety, frustration, loss, and anger. Consequently, self-care must be a priority for those leading school at all levels. Moreover, make a forging stronger links with parent or community groups to support families, young people, and children is now a necessity to deal with the many issues that COVID-19 has generated. Communities are a key resource for school leaders as they host a wealth of additional expertise, knowledge, and local capacity. We continue to the impacts towards society related to company corporate social responsibility. Tadika Mindaku continue its corporate social responsibility, which is CSR activity, through the Sedetik Bersama Ukhuwah Selamanya program in the month of Ramadan as a sign of sharing sustenance with those in need. A total of 36 orphans from Rumah Penyayang Nur Iman were excited when they were celebrated in a breaking of fast ceremony here and were giving them duit raya. The CSR program started with gotong royong activity to restore and cheer up to the care home. Last but not least, the program with the theme Caring for the Elderly was held at Al-Kifrah Care Center Kajang. The present of program participant was warmly welcomed by Mr. Nomi, an officer at the care center. He shared the history of the care center as well as his experience while working at the care center. Overall, a total of 71 residents and only some of them were able to socialize with Tadika Mindaku representatives who were present. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. I'm Tengku Azrul. I will present the conclusion of our study. Good management principle must be applied in order to counterback all issues and problems which occurs in this organization. It's not only focused on the organization generally, but the whole entities in this organization, including the manager, group of employee, and employee individually. The major issue facing this Mindaku organization should be identified first. According to our study, the major issue is about the poor management due to lack of management skill in managerial level. As per our study, managers should not only have a conceptual skill, but the manager also need a human relation skill. The manager should be able to motivate his or her employee as the main key to get full cooperation to get this thing done. In process of implementation, new alternative to overcome any risk issue, the best efficient way to let the things done is by clear communication and understanding. Besides that, from the study case that we have done, we found that the major issue on this group is employee demotivated. Therefore, we suggest to the Mindaku managerial level to apply the concept of scientific management to gain his or her employee inner strength. This approach found by Frederick Winslow Taylor, where he developed 4 principles in his theory of scientific management. According to Taylor, this approach is to increase the organizational productiveness by increasing the efficiency of the production process through emphasizing on the empirical research. By increasing the efficiency of the production process, what should the Mindaku organization do is to develop the best methodology to perform each task. Secondly, provide the best training to the suitable person parallel with his or her need, qualification, skill and interest. Third, apply the best methodology to the person who appointed to perform that specific task. Last is the most important thing is to remove the total responsibility. It means employee only focus and responsible to their actual work performance and the other rest should be passed to management level. Any selected alternative that going to be implemented must be provided by bright direction, clear communication, fully understanding by subordinate and also guidance to the subordinate during the task completion. Intuitive and rational decision making and thinking should to be applied in this small Mindaku organization due to most of their problem involved with a lot of human need and feel. That's all as our conclusion on our study on Mindaku organization. Thank you.